All right, so we're live. Cool. Well, welcome. I'm Rob. Rob does everything. Trying a new thing right now where we are streaming and we are body doubling. So let's see. Let's make sure to get everything going. Let's go live. Oh, cool. All right, so we've got all that going. Um, let's clear all this, put it on silent because I am going to be just body doubling today. And for some of you that don't know, body doubling is, let's see. Ooh, do I have it set up? Maybe. All right, there you go. So body doubling is just kind of having someone present when you're working, because even if they're not helping you, you're still able to focus on things. Like I'm focusing on plugging my phone in right now. Um, Actually, I'm gonna silence it, and then I'm gonna plug it in. If I don't get distracted, don't get distracted. All right, well, there we go. And I am also kind of trying to, ironically, set up things as I'm working on stuff. Um, let's see. Okay, come on. Scenes, there we go. There we go. Let's see, everything's good. Cool. So I'm kind of like working as I'm doing this. So today we've got a couple things we're gonna do. We're gonna write them out. I am teaching a 3D class, 3D modeling, 3D design, like trying to help my wife's school pilot a STEM program. So today we are going to be working on, we're going to have to print out some models for, let me move this over here. We're going to print out some models for just examples. We're talking about infill today. So we're doing infill. We're talking about walls or perimeters. And so you'll see me probably work on Canva a little later. We are going to build a PC today. And we're probably going to make some overlays because, well, I mean, this kind of looks basic. I do have, I've got a goal on Twitch right now, 110 followers. I'm at 102. Was at 103 yesterday. I guess someone unsubscribed or unfollowed me. So that was a bit of a bummer, but meh, that's okay. I'm not everyone's cup of tea. Maybe they watched me for one series and then I stopped that series and they left. Either way, it's part of doing everything. It's what happens. So we're gonna build a PC. We've got all our components laid out here. What else are we gonna do? Kind of just like doing my list. Normally I use this little book. Like I've got my nice little. Um, I've already filled that out. That's for a different part of my work. When I'm not streaming, that's all like business, professional stuff. This is my fun part of the day. So I'm glad you guys are with me, joining me. Um, we are gonna have to do. We're gonna. Let's see. Do I have filament on here? Yeah, I got some white filament. That'll work for my purposes. I've not had that much coffee today, so we'll see. I also want to kind of see if I can make some overlays. Yep, make overlays. And then we'll work in Onshape a little, just because right now I use Onshape for my sample videos. And you know what? Maybe this one might get me in trouble. We might go onto Reddit and no, never mind. I was thinking we could promote the stream, but at the same time I want it organic. So oh, and we need to look at our 3D printers because we have a 3D printer here we need to refurbish. So sometime in the day, I'm gonna do that. All right, well, first off, let's just jump right into, I'm gonna do something with this microphone. I mean, I love these little lapel mics, but sometimes the wires are maybe too long. That's okay. All right. But let's just jump right into building a PC because, yeah. Now, I did break this case down already. Normally I wouldn't. I've got my little overhead cam here. It's a little too close right now. Normally I wouldn't break down a PC this much, but this one, it's different in that the power supply actually goes on top. So we're gonna throw a power supply in there. And I'm not using any like fancy top of the line parts or anything. We're using basic tools, basic parts. I mean, they'll get the job done. They're not cheap parts in any stretch of the imagination, but we do want to make sure that they work, and this is probably going to be plenty powerful for our needs. So let's do a little, maybe not cable managing just yet. Yeah, I'll put in the power supply first. Let's grab our screws. Let's grab our little anti-static here. Because we want to be safe. So, how might I regret this? Yeah, if I end up pulling this case off this, yeah, I'll regret it. That would be bad. But for right now, I've got my screws. I'm missing a screw. Oh, no, it's on the floor. And let's grab our screwdriver. We'll just get our power supply in here first. Maybe. We'll see how this goes. No, I dropped it. Yeah, it happens. No, not gonna tighten them down all the way. I just want to make sure they're at least in. I'm gonna have to be conscious about making sure I remove this strap when I'm moving about or moving away. So let's go find that screw real quick. You know what? This is going to drive me crazy today, but it's gotta be done. We'll get this in here. All right, and let's get this onto its side. All right, I'm trying to use this. This is gonna drive me crazy, so we're not doing this. All right, let's get our motherboard on here. Now, like I said, I'm not using the most complicated parts, the most high-end parts. Yeah, all right, that works. But we are gonna throw these on first. Yeah, I've got like a Hyper 212, I think, Plus cooler right there. So we are gonna use a couple parts that are decent quality, but it's not gonna be like a Z690 board or anything crazy like that. And we're gonna throw these on as well. Here, we'll move this out of the way for a second. Get the back plate on here. And sometimes I look like I'm completely oblivious and don't know what I'm doing. And yeah, it comes kind of with the territory of trying to do everything. Sometimes we figure things out as we go along. But that's okay. All right. There's one. There's two. I'm just gonna throw these on while we're at this stage, because, well, why not? All right. There's three. And there's number four. Okay. And number four. Let's just get in there. Cool. Now, I gotta remember which way this goes because it's upside down. So, where's that plate? Like this. All right. Just pop that in there nicely. Oops. I bonked my head on my camera. Oh well, it happens. Eh. Close enough. It also doesn't help that so I accidentally, well, I don't know, accidentally. There's this little piece where you tighten it down, and as I was tightening the webcam down, it like pulled the screw insert out. So yeah, that was not fun. But it happens. It's life. All right, let's get this board in here. And I'm glad I pulled that one through, because that one would have been a tight fit otherwise. Just get these in line there. Oh, and that did not quite click into place. Okay, now it is. Now we're good. What did I do with the motherboard screws? There we go. You know what, these ones I'm actually gonna get. I love my little toolkit here, just because it's got so many great useful parts. And it's got this screwdriver, just like rotates, so it's kind of cool. Let's see. We'll just get them semi-tight. We're not gonna tighten them down all the way just yet, because, well, no need to, really. We're just getting them in place to hold them. All right, now I'm going to start tightening them down. Here, we'll open that up. All right. Let's start getting, I guess we can start installing some of these cards. So I am using a Wi-Fi card. If I can put it the right way in. I'm using a Wi-Fi card. I know we're gonna need Wi-Fi on this board. So yeah, we're definitely gonna be putting that into rotation. All right, that's in there. All right, that's not going anywhere. Got an older graphics card. It's a 770, but for what it's going to be used for, 770 is more than enough. I mean, it's going to be single monitor. It's not even going to be really used for gaming. It's going to be used for like PC tasks, like browsing the web and basic stuff. So let's get that. Hey, how you doing, man? Thanks for joining. So let's see. Example, JFN. What's JFN stand for? What are you an example of? How about that? Let's ask that question. All right. Got that all clicked in. Throw in our RAM. I mean, we're just using like basic. It's a basic 16 gig kit. Yeah. So nothing major, nothing crazy. But again, for this build, it's like we really don't even need a graphics card for this build, so we're good right now. All right, we've got our little exhaust fan here, and it is venting out that way. So let's throw it on here. Actually, I'm gonna, before I do anything further, I'm gonna plug this in just to make sure it fits nicely. All right, that's secure. We'll run more wires in a second here. We'll also zip tie them down. We'll get it nicely cable managed. All right, let's throw this fan in. And I mean, these are just fans I've got lying around the office because I've built plenty of PCs in my time. So it's nothing high end. They're not like Noctuas or whatever. Although ironically, I've got a Noctua, I think it's like a 200 millimeter. I'm gonna put it into a different build because I am planning a couple builds, and they're all going to go, well, to good use actually. Like I said, I am gearing up to pilot a STEM class, so we're kind of in the initial works of it, and we're doing a lot of 3D printing, and we are using Onshape. So Onshape is a, did I do this backwards? Hold up. No, wait. No, okay, we're good. It's venting out. Little arrows up here. All right, let's throw in that processor. Well, let's see. I mean, these will come through here. We've got a DVD drive. We'll pop this in. Right, maybe? Yeah. We will pop this in here. Nah, maybe not yet. Actually, I'm gonna hold off until we cable match because I might want to do something on top or bottom. This will be for the fan, but for right now I can adjust it and get it out of the way. Yeah, there. For right now, I'll just keep it out of the way. We got a couple silver stones. Let's see, which way is air going? We're going to use these as intake fans here. So we'll open up the front, get these guys fitted in. Actually, do I want the... All right, I'm changing my mind on this layout because I don't like the orientation of the wires. Oh, come here. So I'm gonna change. I'm gonna change out which way the fan is facing, just because, like, I want all my cables to be at the bottom here. So, hey, welcome. If you're just joining, we are body doubling. If you don't know what body doubling is, look at that. So, if you're avoiding working on something, hey, let me know in the chat. What are you needing a body double for? Just someone to keep you like accountable, or if you're working, you just need someone in the background going, what are you working on? Yeah. Let me know. Because that's what helps me. Like, if I'm at home and my wife's around, I can get stuff done. I can be on task. Of course, she helps me be on task because she's like, hey, aren't you supposed to be doing something? And I go, oh yeah, I was changing the shower head. Yeah, same thing. It's just we're virtual instead of in person. So yeah, let me know in the chat. What are you working on? Or are you just here hanging out, watching me build a PC as one of my things I need to do. All right, and that should, yeah, that should work because it's going down there. All right, I like that orientation a lot better. And we do have a front filter that's going to go over this as well. So I got to make sure to install that before. But I mean, Parents are also really clean people, so it's not like I'm worried about, dog hair or something just getting into here. But it's always nice to have a filter because, yeah, it's a filter. Oh, and that last one went in so smoothly. Love when things work out like that. All right, let's get that second fan in here. You know what? Yeah, I think same orientation. Which way is the fan going? So arrow says that way, and it's rotating this way. Oh, I should. Yeah, there we go. So there's a little fan right there. It says it's pushing air in that way. It's spinning that way. Okay, let's grab our screws. And they're like self-tapping screws, so I gotta be a little bit more careful just as I'm lining these up. Try to do this. I mean, it's just like drilling into the plastic. Of course, it's soft plastic, so that's not a bad thing. And if you've built a PC, you probably know what I mean. Yeah, let's. All right, I'm gonna tighten this one down. I kind of got a weird wonky, because it's countersunk, so it's got, the metal has like a little divot for the screw to go into. But it's still like, if you shift it off to the side just barely, then it'll go off to the side. And then the other holes won't line up. It'll be a big mess. But yeah, I'd love to know, have you guys, for those of you watching, guys or girls, have you guys built a PC? Were you happy with the way it came out? Because I enjoy this. It's like playing adult Legos is probably the best way I put it. It's adult Legos. I'm not going to say they're more expensive though, because I've seen some of these Lego Mindstorm. I've seen some Lego Mindstorms that are like $200-300, and I get it. Like, okay, they've got sensors, they've got light dark sensors, they've got motors, they've got switches, they've got a little computer, and you can even use like a remote. I can't talk right now. They've got like a remote you can actually control your creation with, which I love because I've got kids and they both love anything design or building or engineering or whatever related. So I get to have all the fun toys and I get to teach them how to use it, which is perfect because I get to play with stuff that I didn't get to have when I was growing up. So I really, really like that. I am doing I'm looking something up real quick. So I'm not procrastinating. I'm looking something up at the moment if I can find it. Because I had the manual for this and I want to make sure I want to make sure I'm putting the right plugs in, because I'm going to need it for the headers. Okay, awesome. So that is going. Of course, I've got way too many things going at once. Go figure, right? But that's just how my mind works. All right. So we know the pin layout. And I'm not just building a PC today. I do also have a couple other things on my little nifty to-do pad. If you've got ADHD, like, I use it as a superpower. I love learning. I love building. That's why I'm into, like I've got the 3D printer. I make and build 3D printers. I teach STEM classes. I build PCs. I do a lot of stuff. I just enjoy it. But I also do like voice recordings and digital art, media, things like that. But that's one of the things I want to do is encourage kids with ADHD to use it as a superpower and not just like, oh, it's a disability. No, it's not. Imagine being able to learn something like super fast and hyper fixate on it. Like, yes, okay, it sucks sometimes, but I want to teach them, like, it's not a bad thing to have ADHD, guys. You just have to utilize it properly, and there's things you can do. Like, I've got my schedule and planner, because I know if it's on my phone and it's just like a schedule thing, I'm not going to ever look at my phone to make sure I'm doing that. If I have it written out or planned out or like on a piece of paper right in front of me or like a whiteboard where I have all my projects and to-do lists over there, oh, it's going to get done because I can visually see it and it's a visual reminder. So there's tricks we can do. There's all sorts of fun things we can do to help us accommodate this. But back to what we're doing, we are building a PC. So let's throw in the processor. And like I said, not a super high-end build. We're using parts I have laying around because I know my dad does not. Actually, my dad is one of those that he wants the tool to get it done, but he doesn't need something that's overkill. So if he needs like a basic leaf blower for his yard, he's not going to go out and get like the biggest, gas-powered, turbocharged 1200cc motor with the however many cubic feet per minute nozzle. He's going to get the thing that does what he needs it to do. Similarly, that's why I'm kind of not giving him a super, like I rock a 13900K and I've got RTX cards. If I got him something like that, he would be like, this is too much. Don't waste your money on it. So, yeah, I had a i5 4670K laying around. And now that I think about it, we might not even... Okay, come on. Nice. We might not even put in the graphics card. We don't need the graphics card, but I'm going to put it in there anyway. Just because I don't know what else I'm going to do with it otherwise. But we'll see if it... We'll see. We'll play it by ear. That's in there nice and secure. And I'm sure some tech bros out there are going to be like, no, dude, you're doing it the wrong way. You should be wearing gloves and you should be doing, you know, X, Y, Z, and you need an anti-static this thingamajig. Nah. No, I don't. I don't need anything, guys. I just need the tools that'll help me get the job done. All right, let's grab our CPU cooler. Like, that'll get the job done. That 212 is, with the exception of anything in like the i7, i9 series, the latest like 13 and 14th generation i7s, i9s, you don't need more than this. Now, granted, I've got a 360 millimeter radiator cooler in like an AIO all in one on my work rig, but you know why? Because I actually need that. All right, I just want to make sure these line up nicely before I put it on. Cool, and then we have, all right, that'll line up. I want to adjust this back to how I had it. I had it so nicely, like I've got these little blue lines. Got these little blue lines, like anything in here is gonna be in frame. And then I bonked it with my head because I wasn't paying attention. Oh well, it happens. So let's go back. And hey, if you're watching, great little dopamine hit for me. Hit the like button, hit the follow, hit the subscribe, hit the, give me a comment, talk to me in the chat, because it's a great motivator for me to keep doing this. Even if it's just one person watching, a body double just needs to be one. It doesn't have to be like a crowd of 100. Otherwise, I'm just talking to myself. This is strange. Don't make me talk to myself. Actually, I don't even mind that. Who am I kidding? All right. Thinking if there's anything else I need to do before I put the cooler on. I think we're just about finished. Like, we've got all our parts. Yeah, I think we'll be good. Got some little Cooler Master thermal paste here. Just do a little dot. Little pea size is what I've always been told. And somehow I never managed to do it without getting some on my fingers. Like, brand new tube, and somehow I still managed to get some on my fingers. Go figure. But that's okay, that's why we keep paper towels around. Well, I'm here. Where's my trash can? And I'm gonna do this real quick. All right. We're going to take a quick distraction break. I want to talk to some people on my Discord because sorry, I got a little distracted there. Let's see, is this gonna work? Maybe. Maybe it'll work. Close enough. All right. It's almost 11 o'clock. I'm happy with how much we're doing right now. So let's get this on. Okay. You know what? I almost did the wrong thing. Because I remember with this one, it's better to... There's a little divot. There's a little divot. Right. To kind of have it like inserted first. Yeah. And then drop it in place and tighten it down. And it'll just kind of spread everything out by itself. All right. And I love how this one has like springs just for automatic, well, mostly automatic tensioning. It's not like you can crank it down and, you know, get it to a ridiculous amount of tension, but that will work well. And you also don't need to crush your CPU. So this will work. All right. All right, that's pretty good on there. Like, that's not really going anywhere. Ooh, you know what? One thing I do need to do, you know what? We'll install the cables are catching. We'll install this little filter first. Ooh, filter, shiny. Just pop in here because, well, why not? All right, get in there and why is it not working? Go, click, click, spin. Okay, it's in there. Now it just needs to stay in there. There we go. Now click nicely. Cool. All right. Oh, right. We need to wire these up first. So CPU fan is here. So you guys probably can't see it. CPU fan's down here. There's an optional CPU fan if you have more. We're not really gonna, for this, we do not need more CPU fans. We have a single CPU fan. That's more than enough for our need. Okay, yeah, it's a 4-pin. We're also only doing like we're gonna do a 4 terabyte hard drive, and then we're gonna do a 512 or 480 gigabyte SSD. That's one thing I forgot to grab out of here. So we've got the 480 SSD, and we've got now fortunately I have taught him about backups, and we got our little green drive. I have taught him about backups and the 3-2-1 rule, where you have 3 copies on 2 different medias. So SSD, hard drive, tape for some people, but 2 different drives and 1 offsite. So go throw in a safe storage box, or keep it at a friend's house, whatever. But that way, if your house gets flooded or something, or catches on fire, you don't have all your eggs in one basket, so to speak, or all your data in one area. So let's stand this guy up. And we will cable manage this better in, actually we can do a little cable management right now. Let's just get this big one through right here. There we go. We'll take it down in just a second. We might even take it, yeah, we'll worry about that in a second. We've got this one. We are going to use some zip ties just to keep it pretty, and we've got zip tie little tags right there, so we'll keep that nice. I've already plugged in the PCIe plugs for the graphics card, and I've got for the hard drives as well. So we've got SATA, and then these guys right here, the PCIe's. We'll worry about those in just a second, though. I need to remember what I'm doing. And what I'm doing right now is just tightening these down, because I originally didn't tighten them down all the way, thinking, I don't know why I was thinking so. We're going to tighten this. And that is all right. I see it spinning, and I see it tightening itself down. And that's about as tight as it's going to get. Let's do this top one. Oh yeah, I definitely need to tighten this one down a little more. And someone's invariably going to comment on the video like, oh dude, you're not even holding a wrench properly. Well, it's a very tight space here, so this works because it's the size of the bolt. Or actually nut in that case. But yeah, that is on there very well. We I need one more. I realize I'm missing one. And that would be dumb. And I'm sure I probably just dropped on the floor and didn't realize it. But it's around here somewhere. Either that, or I wonder how crazy it would be to just 3D print one. Like, it's not subject to a lot of heat, for one, and two, I mean, I've got ABS I can print, and that's pretty durable. So I could just 3D print one. All right. That's gonna be good. I'll probably put this one in through here, because then I can just don't worry, nothing interesting happened. I was just looking at chats. And I love these little like spam bots that just come in like, look, you can buy cheap viewers. I don't want to buy cheap viewers. I want to actually help people get stuff done. But whatever. Everyone's trying to make money in their own way. Gotta respect the grind and all that jazz, right? All right. How do I even want to do this? Because if I cable manage it now... No, I need to get the hard drive in first. That's all I need to do. And actually, I might not use the 4 terabyte drive for this one specifically, because I have an idea for something else. I mean, he's not going to need 4 terabytes. I've got a 1 terabyte drive that will probably be plenty. Because everything else is saved, like all their pictures and stuff that is important of, you know, the grandkids. It's already saved on phones and then backed up to the cloud. So, which way do I want to do this? All right, we're gonna put this through here. I am gonna plug in the we're gonna hold off because I still where does this one go? Uh-oh. Where's... Well, that might have been bad. All right, so I forgot to plug in the audio. which doesn't matter. He's not going to use headphones anyway, but I still want to make it work. But the audio I should have done before I put this on. So that might not be cable managed as pretty, but it's okay because, well, it doesn't need to be pretty. It just needs to function. All right. Where's that drive? I'm trying to figure out which one this even is. Oh, okay. You know it's bad when you have so much stuff that you're like, oh, I forgot I even had this. Oops. Well, that's okay. This had a wonky way of putting stuff on. Try to remember how it was supposed to be done. Oh, that's right. Okay. Now I remember. We're going to cable manage, and then I'm going to install the hard drives, because the hard drives go on the bottom, and then you plug them in. That's what I was forgetting, because I was doing things a little bit backwards here. So we'll cable manage. We'll get the panel on here at least. Here we'll fit this through, and we'll manage it down. We'll fit this through. This one will go up here, and then it'll get plugged in. It'll get plugged in there. These guys are all cable managed up here. This one we'll figure out. These will go down through here. Yeah, maybe. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just keep them all bunched right here in this little cable compartment. For the graphics cards, you know what? The graphics cards, I'm probably overthinking the layout, but that's me. I like to overthink and overcomplicate things, but I also like to do a good job of stuff. So we'll pull this through this way. Oh, and look at that. We're going to get it right to where we need our cables to go. Perfect. And let's see. Uh-oh. Oh no. Well, that was dumb of me. I'll show you guys what I did in just a minute, because yeah, that went over my brain. Right. I'm going to do one cable at a time here. I may even just keep, no, I'm going to put them both through here, and then we'll cable manage. Which way does this go? This will go up through here. And these guys will just go through here. All right. Yep, I think that's going to be my final layout. Yeah, that will work. I'm not going to zip tie it down anything just yet because I'm just going to throw the panel on real quick. Is it this one? No, it's going to be this one. All right, we'll just get this on here. And actually, no, we won't, because I need to put the top panel on first. Yeah, top panel. All right. And so for the top panel, we've got these tiny little screws here we're gonna have to remove, but that's okay. All right. So we'll get this one on here. And I mean, this one is like an exact fit, so I don't mind tightening these down all the way right away. With it. And we got 2 screws up here. All right, top panel's on. Let's grab 2 screws for the rear. Good. Yeah, that'll work. All right. I'm gonna temporarily call that cable manage and just squish it in.
that works. Because, yeah.
That did not happen. I mean, it did, but oops. Maybe I'm gonna have to cable manage a little bit. Just a little. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I've got some cables that should be going above here. I was like, this will work. I was thinking it will work. It will work. All right. So that should all work out nicely. Okay, yeah. That works out a lot nicer. Sometimes you just gotta shove it in there. Oops. All right, because now it's all nice and flush and flat. I don't have to worry about squishing wires, and we can just get back to, yeah, there we go. We can just get back to doing this. So we've got these for our hard drives. These cables need to be plugged in to the fan. This will be channel 2. This one's going into power the graphics card. That's clicked. Okay, that's clicked. We've got power to the CPU. We've got power to the motherboard. All right, that's in. That's Yep, that's clicked in. That's not going anywhere. All right, let's grab power to this CPU fan. We're gonna go down here. This is for our USB, so it's gonna go right there. Push that right in. And okay, so as much as I want to just spend time making all this pretty, like perfectly cable managed, everything, because it kind of looks like a mess, right? I believe it's Linus. One of the I'm fairly certain it's Linus Tech Tips. They did a study or an experiment where they had just a bunch of, like they had very nice wires, then they had messy wires, then they had, I think they stuffed like pillows or teddy bears or something into the case, and they showed like it really doesn't matter how nicely you're cable managed, as long as it's not like completely obstructed. Like these little cables are not going to make a huge difference in, oh yeah, look, I've got this little stand here for this. It's not going to make a huge difference in the cooling. And even then, like I said, this is for my dad who's going to use it to browse like eBay and Facebook and things like that. It's not going to be under a whole lot of stress. This might even be overkill. I could probably, it might be overkill. So I'm not too worried about cable managing this thing perfectly, but I do kind of want it to look pretty and keep stuff out of the way. Now, I feel like I'm forgetting some, oh, that's the other thing I needed to do. I need to pull this off because I put this card in and I forgot to plug in the HD audio first. So we're gonna pull that up and we're gonna push this on. All right, there we go. Gonna push it in nicely. And sometimes I can't reach, so I get my little tool here to help me push it down. All right. That's on there all the way, perfect. We'll put this card back because, yeah, I don't want to forget to put it back. And whoops. You guys just got a good view of my head as I'm trying to look under it, because I don't remember if this, I'm pretty sure this does not need external power. Hey, I got Emmeline on my channel. Hi. So multicolor filaments for 3D printing on the YouTube side is, they just said hi. I actually just used their, it was like their glow-in-the-dark, shiny green filament. And it was, I wish I would, well, I didn't know they were going to join the channel, but it's like a little planet right now. It's actually hanging from my kid's ceiling with all the stars. So yeah, shout out for their shiny green glow-in-the-dark filament. Yeah, I wasn't expecting them to join the channel today, so that's kind of a nice thing. All right, which way is this going to be going? Right, so here's the catch. Here's the rub. Here's the, however we want to say this. I've got the external fan right here. It could blow through and then, like, that would probably be a decent amount of airflow, and then have it like suck through that way. I'm wondering if that might be the better option, or if I've got another fan. If I've got another fan, that might be a better option than this one. Let's see. Maybe not. I'll just, like, I don't think it'll be an issue. It shouldn't be an issue. How do I want to do this? We can swap it out. Yeah, no, we're gonna swap it out so that it's just sucking air through that way. Yeah, it'll have plenty of clearance. Um, yeah, it'll clear that too. That's not something I'm gonna worry about. Or no, wait, what am I even saying? This is going to go, because these two are going this way. This is venting out. So, oh, wow. Net, okay, don't mind me. Apparently my coffee is not working or something, because the airflow is going through this. It's because the case is upside down. That's, that's what I'm blaming on. All right. Oh. And ironically, this little stand for, okay, we're gonna have to lower that. This little stand for holding up our CPU cooler is blocking it, so we're gonna just get that out of the way for a minute. We're gonna put this in here. Make sure it clicks. Everything's clicked down, awesome. We're gonna plug this into the CPU fan header. All right, CPU fan is on there. Yep, we're good there. I'm really hoping this will, oh yeah, never mind, that will reach a lot easier. I had it trapped between here, so it was really tight. But no, this will work and it'll be nice. Assuming I can fit my hand in there. There are times I wish I had smaller hands. This is not really one of, well, this is one of those times. Now, granted, I could have thought this through ahead of time and just plug this in before I put the heatsink on. That would have been the smartest route to go. But maybe. Come on. Come on, get on there. Ah, perfect. That only took way longer than it should have. All right, airflow, airflow, airflow. That works. Beautiful. All right, and finally, let's put in the hard drive. And the hard drive, this is what I was forgetting. Because these are for hard drives or floppy disk drive. and these are for 3.5 drives, we have to attach the SSD to the bottom of the cage right there. So let's grab a couple screws. 3 and 4. Oh, and while I'm at it, I'm actually going to put this support back, and it's going to just support, be like a weird diagonal support here. But at least it's going to do a little lifting. Just, I mean, the bracket there is pretty strong. I'm not worried about it falling, but it's always better to just have it and not need it. Right. Make sure I mount this the right way. Wait a minute. Goes horizontal like this. Line it up. And I just want to check something because this is supposed to go over. So is it going to? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna still be able to access the ports. But just barely. I mean, it goes in there. That's not a fun time. I'm wondering if I should try and I may need to rethink this. I may need an adapter. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. Because the SSD is, like, the cable is going to have to go through this very tiny slot right there. And I really don't want to break my hands trying to get the cables through there. Well, maybe, I guess. It's going to be a tight fit either way. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to 3D print an adapter so I can put an SSD here above another hard drive. And they have them like 2.5 to 3.5 inch, adapters. If not, I'll design one, but I'm sure they're out there somewhere. And that way the SSD is not on the bottom. It'll just get some airflow over it even. It won't obstruct too much airflow. But I'm gonna call this like mostly done. I'm gonna take this SSD out for right now because I need to get that adapter printed. And I was so close to finishing this project, and then, well, it happens. It happens. But that's okay, because we've got a couple other things we're working on today. Slightly frustrating. I'm not gonna lie, it is a little frustrating. We aren't gonna be able to get that done. But that's okay, I'll do it tomorrow because I can print out the adapter today, hopefully. So yeah, I'll print that out. We'll get an OS on this and we'll get it to my dad. So this one I'm gonna say is looking around for like a little Ziploc baggie or something to put some screws in. Forgot about that. I'm just gonna throw them into this cap right here. Yeah, so I'm gonna wrap this up for right now. I'm actually kind of happy how far we got on this. Yeah, I'm happy about that project. And right now, one thing I've been working on recently is with the ADHD is the don't put it down, put it away method, or the one-touch method. So if I know, okay, this needs to go back in its place, I'm not just gonna put it here and go, okay, well, eventually I'll get to it after I put this other thing away and, you know, talk myself out of it. No, I'm gonna get my nifty little case here. What did I just try? Oh, it's a SATA cable, okay. I'm gonna get my nifty little case here. I'm gonna get all the adapters, all the tools, everything. And I am going to, well, you know what, maybe I need to, let's try this. I wonder if this would be helpful. Oh, that would be so much better because then I can, oh, that's brilliant. Awesome. All right, so anyway, I'm getting my tool. We're gonna stick it back in its place. So we're gonna put the little 2 there, there, there. I've lost that one. I don't know where it's at. Oh, wait, I should flip it horizontally too. Wait, let's see. Does it let me flip horizontal? It only allows me to do oh, wait, I can do filters. Effect. Ooh, maybe not. All right, well, I'll have to figure this out because otherwise I'm gonna get a little confused looking at myself on screen too. But this one does go in here. And then I'm gonna make myself a note because if I don't, I will forget. So flip the overhead camera horizontally. Cool. All right, there's a note. Because, like I said, I'm still trying to figure out this streaming as I do it. And I had my little anti-static thingamajig here. All right, so let's close this up. And I do love these kits. If you don't have, I don't have an affiliate link or anything. If you don't have like a little toolkit like this with all these bits and you like fixing electronics or tinkering with electronics, highly recommend you get one because it's come in useful for so many little projects, or like even some of my kids' toys where they have the tiny, tiny screws and it's like, what do you expect me to do with this? Unless I'm like, just have the perfect tool. Doesn't work out too well. We do have another project I want to do first before I get to 3D printing. And hopefully this one's a quick one because I do have, we'll move this out of the way. And hopefully nothing blows up on me. I say that, those are always magic last words. Oh! So this thing, we have an APC 1500 uninterruptible power supply. I believe it's a sine, like a sine wave one. It's got Ethernet protection. It's got 10 ports for 5 battery, 5 regular. It's even got like a data port so you can monitor it, attach it to like a NAS or something in case it happens. This one, the battery started going out. And so now it won't even hold a charge. It's just dead, which, yeah, we're going to swap out the batteries. And the unit itself was like 200 something dollars when it's new. I don't even know how much they're even selling for right now. Like, let's ABC 1500. Is this the one? Let's do this live. All right, so don't worry, I'm still here. I'm just doing display capture, maybe? No. Where would application capture, maybe? Right, let's see, is this gonna work? No. Application capture, maybe? No, okay. We'll delete that. Right, let's see, is this gonna work? No. Application capture, maybe? Where would... No, okay, remove. Right, well, let's do this. We'll display capture the one on the left side. All right, so it's $225 right now for this. So I really don't want to buy a new one, especially when a battery is like $45 on sale. So we're gonna fix it. And fixing one of these is not that complicated. But I do want to actually record this as like a video because eventually someone will look it up on YouTube. I want to be the one that helps them fix this thing and, you know, viewership and counts and blah, blah, blah. But I'm Rob. We're doing everything and we're fixing CyberPower 1500 UPS right now because the battery is no longer holding a charge. They cost like, oh, what am I doing? Wrong way. They cost $225, but if you get a battery, just the battery itself, and the batteries are like $45, right? Everything weighs so much for these because they're, I think, lead acid, possibly. But we've got our batteries in. So we are going to open this up. And maybe I should have a proper tool for this. If I have a proper tool. That is well packaged. It was really well packaged. It's like cardboard box in a cardboard box. And then we've got our batteries and more cardboard boxes. So yeah, for the CyberPowers, you need, oh, is it, oh, I see why. did not change it upside down. Flip vertically? No, okay, I'm just looking at it wrong. And it's backwards, that's why. I'm gonna fix this real quick. How do I flip? Oh. Transform, flip, ha. All right, that was way easier than it should have been. I just had to click on the frame in OBS and just flip it horizontally. Okay, that was a quick fix at least. Cool. All right. But I'm gonna try one more time. We're gonna make this video nice. And I kind of want to do, I want to configure the video. Ooh, I don't want that. Maybe just a little bit more contrast and a little less brightness. All right, actually look kind of normal. Although the glare on my head, it's brutal. But anyway, I'm Rob, and today we're fixing up a UPS 1500 from APC, just because the battery is no longer holding a charge, and they are selling for like $225 online, whereas the replacement batteries themselves are 50 bucks for a 2-pack actually. And the batteries are cheap, but they're a great way to extend the life of your power supply or your battery. Now, these are easy, and these are batteries that are recommended. Is their Mighty Max is the brand that I found to be really well reviewed, and they're ML9-12s. They're 12-volt, 9-amp-hour batteries, and we do need 2 of them for this. So we've got our little strips here. We're gonna just push down and pull this down. Now we do have the connector cables right here, positive and negative, and we're just going to kind of pull them out. And we can even lift up the battery a little and disconnect it. Okay, there's that one. Don't know why the red one's giving me so much. Oh, it's got a lock on there. Where's my little? So we've got a little metal tab here. Looks like we have to push down. And I'm just resting the battery on this. There we go. Or just pull really hard and it'll pop off. But we've got our battery pack out, and we see that there's this little connector right here, and we're gonna need that connector, by the way. So if you move this out of the way, if just grab it and you pull up. Should be able to remove it. Should be able to. I'm always gentle with electronics because I don't want to break anything, especially when they're expensive electronics or they're pieces to electronics. Well, once in a while you just have to kind of get in there and really force your way around. Come on. You know, I should read the manual. I'm not the kind to do that. So, I'm gonna open these up real quick. All right, eventually they will connect like that. It's just, how do I, why is this not coming off? Like, it's supposed to come off pretty easily. All right, I'm gonna look this up because there's gotta be something I'm doing wrong. No, that's the wrong one. Okay, this one looks like the right one. All right, so we've got replacement batteries here. And then this we can just twist and pull off because it's just a plastic shield. I don't know why I'm always so gentle with electronics, but I am. So we can just pull this off. And underneath, oh, that's why it's stuck on there with some gummy. Okay, it was supposed to pop off, but there's like a double-sided tape. That makes me feel so much better because I was really starting to get frustrated with that not coming off. Okay, there's double-sided like putty tape or something on there. But now that we've got the cover off, we are just going to unclip these. Just connects the negative to the positive of the second battery. And it'll just pull right off. Might take a little force, unless these two are glued on. And this is there we go. Pull that one off. Pull this one off. Now we've got our old battery. We're going to recycle this and we're going to dispose of that properly. So now we've got our new batteries here. We're going to line them up just as before. We're going to take these caps off for right now. I don't want to be touching those. And we're going to, there may be a little spark here when we plug them in. That's fine. All right, let's see. Spark? No spark. It's okay. Doesn't always need to spark. We're just going to plug them back in. We're going to put this back on, and there's a little channel, so let's make sure to stick it. I'm going to remove this piece while it's still exposed, actually. That one I'm going to leave on for a second. But now we've got them put back together. All right, we're going to take both units, or both batteries. We're going to drop it back in nicely. At the same time, let's pull this out, make sure they don't get squished in. Okay, this is just to keep them safe. All right, there's that. I want them to stay nicely. And I guess if I really wanted to, I could tape them together, but I'm not going to, because what's the fun in that, and where's the fun if you don't get shocked once in a while? But we'll just, I feel like this could go smoother, but we're going to smush it down. Just make sure the tape stays. Work in nicely, 2 at a time. And now we can reconnect black to black, negative to negative, to use more technical terms, I guess. All right. That one is secure. And now let's go positive. Slide that right on. All right, moment of truth. And I'm gonna put the case back on. Hopefully nothing blows up on me, as is always the hope. Just gonna give it one more little test wiggle. All right, let's see if the batteries have any charge to begin with. And hey, welcome. If you're just joining us, I'm streaming on YouTube and Twitch right now. So if anything goes wrong, we're gonna be in trouble here in a minute. And that's why it's not sitting nicely. Okay, I left one of my sweaters. So let's see. Look at this. Oh. Overhead, overhead. Look at that. We have a full battery. Awesome. We also got 347 minutes of runtime. So, hey, we did it. All right. So we're gonna get rid of these boxes. We are gonna dispose of those batteries responsibly because they are, they're lead batteries. They're sealed lead acid batteries. So we do want to dispose of them properly. Don't let that leach into the environment. But that's it. That's minus the putty stuck on that plastic that just took way too much force to get off. We got one more project done. So thank you for body doubling with me. In case you don't know what body doubling is or why some of us with ADHD do it, well, there you go. We're gonna plug this back in. All right. So we're gonna let that just, let's see. We're gonna let that just charge. And hey, we've got one more project done. So that's two things we can check off our list today. If I saw, oh, there's my pen. We do have 2 warranty cards we gotta fill out. And for Mighty Max, it extends the batteries by 3 months if you register it online. So, hey, cool. But we've got yet another thing done. So thanks for body doubling with me today. I'm finally gonna sit because, phew, I've been talking a lot. I need some water. All right. We've changed out the battery for the APC, and we can cross that off. We did work on the PC already. Just have to print a 3D, like a 2.5 to 3.5 inch hard drive adapter. So that's gonna be for tomorrow, or maybe later today, because I still have to make a lesson plan for the kids today. I know what I'm gonna talk about, because specifically we're gonna be talking about using slicers for 3D programs, and we're gonna be talking about infill, perimeters, top, bottom layer, and just shapes, generic supports, brims, all sorts of fun stuff. So I know what I'm gonna talk about, now I just need to make it look pretty so I can present it to them. And I mean, they're 6th and 7th graders. You also have to keep it entertaining as well. Otherwise, it's just, they're gonna get bored, they're gonna start La La Land, and that's when the distractions come. But, and I forgot where that, I also have a random fan, and I forgot where that was supposed to go. But let me write this down before I get distracted again. Oh, and we can check one more thing off, because I figured out how to flip the, when I have my camera on here, when I've got this little webcam looking down, now I've flipped it so that my right is your right. Cool. And if you are joining me, hey, in the chat, I'd love to know, do you need a body double? Do you need someone to work alongside with you, or just every once in a while go, hey, Are you still doing the dishes? Are you still doing XYZ thing that you're supposed to be working on while I'm talking in the background? Because my motivation here is to help you guys as well as myself. Like, I got 2 things off my checklist to do. If you see over here, though, I've still got 3 PCs we're going to build. Yeah, definitely going to talk more about body doubling. I'm definitely going to do this more often. But for right now, I'm going to open up Canva because Canva is amazing. My wife got me into Canva, and ever since, I've just been like, it's easier than Photoshop for some things. Definitely not everything I need to do. All right, let's make a copy. And I think we can you know what? Let's find some examples of perimeters, and I'm gonna go to Thingiverse. Now, I don't really have a preference when it comes to what platform I use as far as 3D design stuff. So between Yegi, Thingiverse, Makers, everything's out there. And printables. I can't forget about printables. That's a big one too. Huh. Okay, I could do this one pretty quickly. All right, let's That's why I don't take this out of my pocket usually, because I totally forgot it on the desk and it just came back to hit me. All right. I'll let that go through the setup process. And hey, if you're joining me, please like, subscribe, comment, follow, all those things. It gives me a great dopamine hit. It just encourages me to keep doing this, which in turn encourages me to get more stuff done, and that's always appreciated. next question is, what filament do I use to print all this? What color? What color should I make? Yeah, I've already got... Nah. You know what? Yeah, I'll just use... I'll use that. All right, let's go into Canva. All right, so I'm getting into Cura right now, so I had to update. It just took a minute, but we've got infills. And for some reason, it's not. Maybe. Let's see, does this work? Because if this works, that'll be great. But it's... All right, we've got K1. We've got generic PLA with 4. Why is it... What? So I'm running into a weird issue with Cura in that it's not letting me... It's not letting me slice stuff. Like, I've never run into this issue before where it's not letting me actually show like the layers. And of course, that's exactly what I'm talking about today in the class, Go figure. I mean, it's working. Or at least Creality Print is working, but it's just not letting me. All right, we'll try that again. Let's see if this works this time. Oh, I see the problem. Well, now I feel silly. I'm trying to open up G code in Cura. Instead of an STL file. Duh. All right, let's actually open up an STL file and it will make a lot more sense. And hey, welcome. If you're just joining me, hi. Thanks for body doubling with me. If you don't know what that is, well, it's essentially where you follow along with me or you just hang out with me while we talk about whatever and we try and get stuff done mutually, I guess. So if you want to jump on in the chat real quick, just tell me, like, are you working on something or are you just kind of hanging out, talking? I always love to know, like, where you guys. Or are you gonna try and sell me some cheap viewers at some website.com if I remove the spaces? But we don't need support. That's a good size. We don't need walls. No supports needed. Material material we gotta print at 220. Here, well, let's swap over to display capture. Because I am trying to print out a I also play my I'm not like a normal streamer, I guess, in that I also just kind of do things live. So I'm making the overlays as I go. Yeah. So anyway, going back to Cura. You know what? I have an idea. I'm gonna hop on Discord real quick because I'm part of Amalin's Discord channel, And they have great filament. I'm not sponsored by them, by the way, but um, if anyone out there is geeky enough to be able to tell me recommendations, or they could just help me out with stuff, that would be perfect. So I'm going to take 1 minute to type out this message. So I'm going to shut up and stop talking for a minute. Uh, all right. So I'm hoping some of the guys from the Discord, because there's a lot of knowledgeable guys there. I'm hoping they will join me and chime in with things. Print speed. Oh, we could definitely do a little faster. Maybe not as fast as I would like, but all right. Infill speed. Travel. Skirt brim. Acceleration control. Print accelerate. Oh, there's so many things. Okay. So speed. Infill speed, travel speed, acceleration control. I think we can do 20,000 for this. Just curious how long this will take. I'm hoping less than an hour. Survey says, oh man, this is really taking a while. 4 hours. Ooh. And we're at 20%. What if I do low quality? Print acceleration. Let's keep the changes. I mean, this doesn't have to be pretty. It's going to be passed around. So we could definitely make it quicker. 132 grams, that's not terrible. Oh wait, but it's not even... It's not even doing what it's supposed to do. Like that... Okay, well... Okay, I don't know why it's not doing what it's supposed to do. That's a bit annoying. let's see. Oh, you know what? There's some special instructions on the add support blockers. All right, so adding a support blocker, it's 20 by 20 by 21. Let's see, does that work? Does that help? All right, so we center the bed. We center the STL on the bed. We add support blockers. No, that's not what I need. Undo, undo. All right, support blocker. By 21. Why is that not? All right. All right, so I'm a little stuck. If anyone knows how to use support blocker, that would be great because I oh, wait. No, here. Okay, I think I'm clicking the wrong thing. So I need to click on support blocker, click on this, and now, oh, okay. So now I'm adding 20 by 20 by 21. And then it said the location should be -60. Oh. Heh heh heh. Okay. Now my brain's working. So the support blockers themselves should be, the scale should be 20 by 20. Whoops. 20 by 20 by 21. Okay. And then now the location should be -60 -56.85 and then 0. Okay, so now I just have to copy and paste this, and now I need to do -60 -16.85 and then paste. This one's -60 and this is 23.15. Oh, well, wait, that didn't work. I mean, it would have had there been one there, but let's go -30. Okay, so now I just need to keep doing this. -30, and the second one is -56.85. -30, -16.85. 0, -56.85. Paste. 0, -16.85. Whoops. Oh, that's supposed to be 0. And then this is 0 and 23.15. Okay, this is starting to look real nice. I'm just going to do a preliminary slice just to make sure that it's doing what I want it to do. And with any luck, it's going to save me a bunch of time. Let's preview. Is it actually going to? No? Ah. You know, I really want to just play a game right now, because I was hoping these would work a lot better. Wait.
Oh, there's supposed to be like a.
Oh, I see. Okay, so I gotta select it, and then modify settings. That's that's where I'm going wrong. Okay. So modify settings for overlap. And we need infill density. And this should say 0. Okay, so ideally, maybe, I hope. I really wish I had one of my Discord people helping me. So let's see. Oh, wait, did it work? I mean, it kind of did not. So let's see if it tries anything at 20%. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go. No. All right, modify. I've got instructions pulled up here. I'm trying to follow them, but for some reason, it's just not working pretty. All right, so we've got the location set. Well, kinda. Still need to make. Okay, I'm just gonna finish this off real quick. 0 minus 56.85. Oh. Okay, I take that back. This should be 30. Should be 30 minus 16.85. And then paste. Should be 30 and 23.15. 0.15. And finally, the last set of coordinates should be 60, 56.85, 60 minus 16.85. There we go. We've got it all, and now let's go back to the comments, because comments usually help. So select one of the support blockers. And don't move it. And then click fourth from the top on the left side. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's actually the fifth. I guess they added in mirror. Then click on the drop down, select cutting mesh. It doesn't. Oh, cutting mesh. Then click select settings. A menu will appear. Select top thickness, bottom thickness, and infill pattern, and infill density. Okay. And then click close. Oh, and then now I select whatever that is. So we've got grid, that's grid. Select the infill as labeled. So infill density is 20% in this case. Bottom thickness is point 0, where is it? Okay, wait. Top thickness should be 0. Bottom thickness should be 0.8. Okay. And so now, hopefully, if I slice it, that'll say, or that'll come out as grid. Insert. Okay. All right, I think I know what we need to do now. Oh, wait, can I just copy? And paste? Oh, that, I mean, this would be so much easier than, oh, come on. Negative 56.85. Oh, wait. Let's delete that. 56. And then this I can modify and just put trihexagon. So copy. All right, we'll make that 60. We'll make this negative, whoops, negative 16.85. And zigzag. You know what, that might be a lot faster. Zigzag, trihexagon. Top thickness, bottom thickness, dun dun. Concentric. Hey, look at that. We learned how to use support blockers. This is amazing. It's actually something I've never had to do before, but I'm glad we're doing it now. Octet. Okay. Quarter cubic. Oh, okay. This is exciting for me. I mean, I do have to go through and fix the 1.12s. But let's see. It works. It really, really worked. Cubic, try. I don't know. Oh, triangles, trihexagon? Triangles. Oh. Well, that's... Alright. 0, 8. Grid. 0, 8. You know what? I'm wondering if it'd be easier at 10%. Like, 10% they can still see it. All right, well, I'm gonna... How does that make any sense? It's longer. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap up the stream here because let's see, where am I? Where am I? There we go. So thank you guys for joining me for body doubling. I am gonna wrap up this lesson plan. I'll probably be back tomorrow, same time, similar time, we'll see. We do have a couple things to do. But thanks for coming along with me. Thanks for being my body doubles even, because we did have 2 or 3 viewers at a time today. Obviously, would love to have more, but it's a really weird niche thing for ADHD people to, join. But yeah, thanks again.